Oh, this is Mr. Hornsby 83. This is the Mr. Hornsby 83 show, and today I'm going to conclude pretty much Toy Week. Like, it would be a true Toy Week if I played Toy Story for a playthrough, but pretty much going to conclude this Toy Week with the comparison between the Toy Biz WCW World Heavyweight Championship and then the new Mattel WCW World Heavyweight Championship. Because there are a lot of things that are alike with these belts, and they're the same as, they're pretty much the same. Except for this one's thinner, and this one, the main plate, nope, they're pretty even. But yeah, they're pretty even, except for this one's thinner. And the side plates ain't as good on this one as they are on this one. These side plates on these are very immaculate, this one. And you know what? I didn't disrespect Rick Rude by throwing a crappy WWE version of the World Heavyweight title on him. I took the traditional Toy Biz WCW World Heavyweight Championship and threw it on Rick Rude. So anyway, I'm also going to compare the one I was using for the NWA title from Toy Biz to the one I'm using for the NWA World Heavyweight title from Mattel. Let's get to these belts first, because also got the other figures are here so you can see what the belts look like on the figure. So let's take Goldberg's belt off. Let's put Goldberg's belt right there. Let's take Rick Rude's belt off. Right off the bat, you can see the belts are the same size. Pretty much, yeah, the same size. But let's get a closer examination of these. You see, here's the Toy Biz one. The diamonds is something me and my wife added to it. The paint, the ruby-like painting is also what me and my wife added to it. And the floor design. It don't come through on this belt pretty well, but it freaking still was serviceable. Same thing on these side plates. As you can see, the side plates on this is a little bit smaller than the one on the Mattel. I will say one thing. The first comparison I do want to get into, yeah, let's go, because the plates are pretty much, the main plates are pretty much the same size. Well, let's compare the side plates. And the Mattel belt definitely has the better side plates. But, let's compare the straps, which I think on this side, on the right side, the straps are even. But on the left, as you can see, the strap on this is a little bit longer than the strap on this. So when we re-leather the other ones, when I get the freaking chase, because I ordered the chase from Mattel Creations, and they sent me this version. Now they're gonna send me the chase, but I gotta send this version back, which is in my living room in the box. But so yeah, the straps on this side is a little bit longer. It's kind of lame, but about the same size on this side though. As you can see, back of the belts. So there we go. Like I said, this was my favorite version of the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. Then after that was Jax. But Mattel has stomped out the Jax and the Toy Biz belt with this belt. So this is my second favorite, and the Jax one is now my third. But this one's my number one. And I like how these belts look. Really good. Thickness on this belt though. Tell it's thick. And it's, like I said, a little more curved. This one's like totally flat. This one's like totally flat. But the side plates are better than the Toy Biz one. Now, I think these belts are really good. and immaculate. But the Mattel one is the better belt. So, we're going to slide Goldberg and Roode aside. We're also going to slide the belts aside because there are other ones. So, and I'm going to do a thing where I put the Mattel belt and the Toy Biz belt on the figures. So now, let's flip the script. Get these guys out of the way. Let's now compare the Toy Biz NWA World Heavyweight Championship to the new Mattel one. And you know what? Pretty much going to be the same thing. Only difference is that's inverted. And I could have sworn my wife put paint on the back of that. And that's the regular area. So let's get off Flair's belt first. Because again, I made this to where it could be longer for Dusty Rhodes. Let's get off Sting's belt. Alright. So now, same thing as with the ones with the leather. Pretty much same size and pretty much the re-leathered belts look good, but I think this one pops a little bit more than this one. When I say this one's got shiny gold, but it's not, the shiny gold really isn't popping through. But, you know, as you can see, and we forgot. Well, we did get the even on the, and I had to add this frickin' Velcro piece because it was flopping around. So, yeah, this is the Toy Biz one that I used for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. And I don't know. I have to repaint. I have to paint the white dots on the back of this. Diamonds, like I said, we are, and as you see closer, it's got a shinier gold to it. Pretty much, we did the same thing with this as we just did with the other one I just showed off. But as you can see, this belt, shinier gold. Put the floral design on the side plates and all that. And, anyways, then here's the new one. I think this new one looks better on this re-leather strap me and my wife put. Only problem is, the peg hole for that part kind of makes this left side plate wonky. Got the back, black on the back. Painted the dots. And, you know, overall though, I gotta say, I think if I'm not mistaken, these are the same size. And I think we made the new Mattel ones a little bit longer. Yeah, the new Mattel one's longer. And, you know, side plates look good and everything like that. So, this NWA one from Mattel re-leather. I mean, look how much better it pops off of this strap than this one does. I mean, this one just looks dull compared to this. I will say though, I like both belts, and they're going to be used in some of my wrestling figure shows. There might be times where I still use the Toy Biz belts. Just because these belts are great and all, don't mean I'm going to completely retire the Toy Biz belts. But yeah, there's a strap comparison to black on here. I think we did it a little bit better on this one. Yeah, so pretty good belt. And yeah, I love the new Mattel one better than the Toy Biz one. And yeah, now we're gonna plop. Well, first off, we're gonna plop these belts back over here. I mean, the frickin', yeah, the frickin' Mattel one just blends so much better with. We're gonna plop the other two belts back over here too, so. I used the Giant when I did the review of the Rick Rude figure. But the strap wasn't long enough to fit his waist. Now the strap's long enough. We're gonna pop the belt on him. Even if this isn't the version the Giant held. We're going to plop the belt on him. Right here with the re-leathered NWA World Heavyweight Championship. Boom. Look at how good that looks on the Giant. I can't wait to re-leather and do the black strap version. But I mean, look how good that looks on the Giant. It just suits. He just looks great. You can push it up to where, and it looks, you know, with the thickness and the size and everything. So everything pops. It just looks good on the Giant. Now I do have a re-leathered version of the Toy Biz one, but I didn't want to use that until I get the Mattel version that's going to go with that Toy Biz one. So yeah, that's pretty good. Let's look at the NWA belt. The Toy Biz NWA belt on the Giant. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. Looks decent. It looks decent, but yeah, it just don't look as good as that new Mattel one that me and my wife re-leathered. The diamonds do look better because, you know, me and my wife actually bought little figure diamonds for these belts. A couple of them fell out on a couple of the other belts. But yeah, that's really nice. Looks really good. But I still like the Mattel one better. But the thing is, we got this strap longer, so it goes a little further around his waist. Alright, so Giant off to the side. We're going to put Ric Flair and this thing off to the side. And then we're going to try to belt on some of these other figures that are right here. Also going to compare the television title with the new Mattel WCW belt. So first off, let's go with this thing. I used the other Crow Sting that my son had in the last video where I reviewed the Rick Rude, but let's put the Toy Biz belt on him first. Oh, this belt fits this thing pretty well. There we go. There he is with the Toy Biz belt. And, you know, these belts I'm using, these are both my belts. They're not my son's belts. So, you know. These over here are my son's belts. The re-leathered ones. Pretty nice. Look pretty good on him. Now let's see the new Mattel one on Crow Sting. Yeah, it looks so much better. So much better. Still looks gigantic on him because Mattel made this thing a little shorter than what he usually is. And this is not the not tanned enough Sting, but look at that. It looks so nice on this thing. Looks great. I mean, honestly, I gotta say, this belt is immaculate on Sting. Alright, next up we're going to do Macho Man, Toy Biz belt, and the Mattel belt. So let's get into this. Alright, Macho Man, ooh yeah. Another WCW version of Macho Man here. He was feuding with Ric Flair for the US title, but let's get the belt on the Macho Man, ooh yeah. Macho Man. Look at that. This looks pretty good and decent on the Macho Man. And it fits him pretty well. Suits him pretty well. And that's what it looks like with the Toy Biz belt. Although, you know, because of something I had to do with the front plate, that's why it's a little lopsided with one of the sides. Now let's get the new Mattel chip belt on him. A little loosey-goosey on him. A little loosey-goosey on him. But it looks really good on him. Which one's so loosey-goosey? I don't know if it's because of how small he is or what, but look at that. Macho Man, ooh yeah! Got the WCW World Heavyweight Championship, ooh yeah! This is my belt, baby. Ooh yeah. And this one does look a wee bit better on him than the Toy Biz one. So yeah. Alright, let's scoop Mach off to the side. Funny thing is, it fits Sting perfectly. Sting's a basic figure. So it fits Sting perfectly. Get this out of the way. Alright, here we go. Now we're going to do Jericho and Lord Steven Regal, and then I'm going to compare the TV title to the new Mattel WCW title. Alright, let's see. A little loosey-goosey on Jericho. There it goes. Toy Biz 1. Looked pretty decent. I didn't use Jericho in the last one when I reviewed the Rick Rude figure, but looked pretty good on Jericho. You know, and it looks massive on him, like, you know, it was supposed to look at that time. So yeah, there it is. Pretty nice. Get a close up. I2J. Holding the traditional Toy Biz WCW World Heavyweight Championship. Alright. Now let's get this new one on him. Loosey-goosey. I got a tie on him though. Look at that. It's uneven on him. There it is. You know, one thing I'm glad Mattel did, they did get the shine through here from the silver background behind the World Heavyweight title words. So I'm glad Mattel did that, but looked really good on him. And, you know, Jericho should have had this belt before they put it in WWE. In fact, recently, you just seen on Halloween Figure Havoc, I had Jericho with the World Championship, which is the Flex Force belts, which I thought they were going to go with that design. They somewhat did, and they somewhat didn't. They kind of went with the Toy Biz design, the old Toy Biz design, which is right here. And they added in a little bit of the Jax flare, and they added in a little bit of the Flex Force flare that they had for this belt, so pretty good. Pretty nice. You know what? Fits Jericho pretty good. Looks massive on him, but fits it pretty good. Alright. So now we're going to do Lord Steven Regal. And then I'm going to do Rick Rude and Goldberg with the Toy Biz belt and the new Mattel Championship. Just to add a little bit of fun to this. Fucking TV title is loose. Lord Steven Regal. He's getting a chance for the first time in his life to wear the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. There it is. Lord Steven Regal, first time ever, gets to wear the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. And like I said, like with the other guys, it looks nice and alright on him. That's right, Lord Regal finally gets his fair share. Yeah. Alright, there's what Regal looks like with the belt. Now the new Mattel one. Oh, excuse me. New Mattel belt. Lord Steven Regal. For the second time in his life. Gets to wear WCW World Heavyweight Championship. Now, yeah, it's different than the other one, but look at that. Belt looks really good on Lord Steven Regal as well. It's a shame Lord Steven Regal really never, you know, when I first seen Regal, I wasn't a big fan of his, but it's a shame he never got to hold the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. But you know what? You know, he's one of those guys that people talk about should have been a WCW World Heavyweight Champion or a WWE Champion. But you know what? It is what it is. That's how it goes. Alright. We're going to throw Lord Steven off to the side. He's now not happy that I took the belt back off of him. But now, since you know, everybody says this TV title is a smaller version of the big gold belt. And I can kind of see that. I mean, the design's the same, but this one's got two side plates, and the side plates are different from the big gold championship side plates. You know, the size of it's not that big, and this WCW championship just engulfs it. The strap's probably a little bit longer than this frickin' belt. Let's find out, huh? Okay, yep, longer straps. Except for at top, you know, the right side's a pretty good size, but this left side's just terrible. And look at that. TV title strap is longer than the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. And, you know, it's funny because a lot of the smaller guys wore the television title. And some of the bigger guys wore the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. But you know what? Still love the belt. I think the Toy Biz strap is better. Although you still got to do some re-leathering to get it to fit the Giant and Dusty Rhodes. And possibly Vader and all that. But yeah, you can see how, you know, and another thing too is the TV belt doesn't have diamonds in it. Or rubies. It does have the red WCW World Heavyweight World Television. It does have the red WCW logo. It says World Television Champion. This one's got the rubies, the diamonds, and it says World Heavyweight Championship. So now, let me throw something away real fast, and then I'll freaking do Rude with both belts, and then Goldberg with both belts. Alright, so let's get Rude in here. Ravishing one. Put the Toy Biz one on him first. There it is. Rude with, even though you saw it at the beginning of the video. And there's Brother Anthony hanging out in the background with his fish. There it is. There he is with the Toy Biz belt. Looks really nice and decent on him. Now let's get him the belt he came with. I immediately took it off of him, put it on my Goldberg figure. Hey, what the? I mean, after these records, I am not ordering from Mattel Creations again. It was just a disaster with that freaking little loosey-goosey on him, but looks really good on him. And you can tell how they took some inspiration from not only the Toy Biz belts, the Jakks belts, and the Flex Force belts, but a lot of the inspiration does come from the Toy Biz belt. Except for the strap, you know, it's pretty much your standard strap you get with the WWE version. But the difference is the right side of the strap, or left side of the strap, is longer than the right side, or left, whatever you want to say. There's what Rick Rude looks like with both belts on. I gotta say, this video is going a little longer, but I'll be ending it here after this one. I have to do one more thing. Alright, there it is. There's the Toy Biz belt on Goldberg, and this was his belt until that Rick Rude finally came out. And then this belt became Rick Rude's belt. So I could pretty much cosplay this belt as the frickin' WCW International World Heavyweight Championship for this. But yeah, it goes on pretty good. And of course, this belt belongs on him. Staying on him in my figure collection. But when I change it on my sons, I usually change to different wrestlers. It's even getting a little loosey on Goldberg too. So, yeah. There it is. There you go. That's my comparisons as far as the Toy Biz and as far as the Toy Biz comparison to the Mattel one. I like the Mattel one better because it has the floral design, it has the diamonds, it has the ruby paint. This one, I had to customize it on the side plates, on the frickin' that's why I'm not getting rid of these, because I had to do a lot more customization on these than I did the frickin' Jakks belts. But you know what? Belts still, it was a pretty good serviceable WCW championship for me. But anyway, and they'll still be used here and there whenever I feel like just breaking out Toy Biz belts. And you seen yesterday, Stunning Steve still got the Toy Biz International belt, so yeah. But overall, let me know your guys' I think the Mattel one's a little bit better. I give the Mattel one a 5 out of 5. I give this one, I'll go 3.5 out of 5. You know what, I'll go 4. With the improvements me and my wife made on it, it makes it look so much better. And as far as this being compared, yeah, it pretty much is the same. But then again, a lot of guys that knew they weren't getting that belt would fight for this belt. They're like, here's the smaller version of the big gold for you, because you're not getting the true big gold belt. So there you go. So for Brother Anthony, please like this video, leave a comment, subscribe for more, follow my Facebook fan page, Mr. Hornsby 83 Show. Follow my Trigen Toys page. I just put up the picture of the frickin' Jakks World Heavyweight title that I just used Monday on my tribute to the Jakks belts. Go check out that video. Go check out my playthrough of Donkey Kong Country. I talk a lot about my grandma in that video because she was a big fan of Donkey Kong Country. Uh, and check out all my other playthroughs and check out all the other videos I've done. And like I said, like this video, subscribe for more, and leave a comment, and peace out.